Good afternoon, Milers. This is Beverly of Miles and Coffee in Mexico. And this is the same day that I have gone to the market, so I wanted to show you what I am doing with some of this fresh fruit and vegetables. I thought you might want to know that this onion is sweeter than it was when I used to make my pico-de-gallo in the States. And these are some of the many tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, that I purchased along with some lime and fresh cilantro. And this is how much pico de gallo I made with about 6 or 7 Roma tomatoes chopped, one Vidalia onion, maybe 2 slices of the onion chopped fine, the juice from 1 whole lime, and this is the second of a bunch. I had 2 bunches of cilantro, and I actually just pulled it from the stalk, chopped it finely, and then mixed it in with the pico de gallo and of course all that beautiful lime juice. This was so good and sweeter than expected. Usually I had the bite of a strong onion when I used to make this in the States. Here it had a pleasant and unexpected sweet aftertaste, which really was good. So let me show you what I've done with my pico de gallo. I wanted to make my red beans and only add, of course, the infamous Instant Pot. All I did was take a half of a bag of beans and put them in and cover them with water. The only thing I seasoned them with is a little bit of garlic. If I can show, maybe. I seasoned them with garlic. No salt. I don't use salt. No pepper this time because I don't have any yet. Just a pinch of oregano. And then again, I put a whole carrot to give it a little back taste of sweetness and to thicken the broth a little bit. I also used a little bit of salsa seasoning. This is local. Okay, so then you could. I always put them on. If I close this up, you'll be able to see that I can turn it off and put it on beans. And I usually do 35, and then I'll open the pot, make sure I stir, see if I need to add more water, and then when this goes off after 35 minutes, I will go ahead and do another round of 35. So let me turn that off because these are already cooked. So I've cooked the beans twice. In an Instant Pot, you do not have to do any type of soaking of the beans. Just rinse them real good. Put them in the pot. Make sure they're covered with water. You can see those wonderful carrots. And I'm going to show you, this was so good. I'm going to have my second bowl of red beans and rice. One of my favorites. And this time, no meat, no sausage or anything. Just the beans with the pico de gallo on the top. You talk about good. So let me get my plate. And a little bit of rice, which I steamed and cooked before I did the beans. So with rice, you can do, this is the rendering of a cup of rice and 2 cups of water. Okay, so I'll just take a spatula, maybe scoop out a couple of rice, just a little bit of rice. As a nice little bed for those beans. And remember, this is my second plate, so I'm just showing you how I made it. But it's so good, I thought, let me share this. And then if you want me to do a full cooking, I will. You know I love to use my Instant Pot. I'm so thankful to have it with me here in Mexico. And it was a great decision to go ahead and ship that. I have not seen one yet, so I would be without a pot if I were waiting to buy one. So I'm going to put those red beans, maybe a couple of carrots that are in there for sweetness, and then of course a little bit of the juice. And now I will cover with just a little taste of that wonderful pico de gallo, maybe 2 tablespoons, because that's onion, a little bit of cilantro. That's your seasoning, really. Now, if I wanted to, I could have some type of meat in these beans, Maybe some sausage. This time, no. Trying to make sure I cut down on the salt. And since I'm in Mexico eating healthy, I'm trying to cut down on all of those nitrates that come in that favorite sausage of mine. I'm trying to break a bad habit. So no, I am not by any means a vegetarian. And I do eat, as you can see in the video with all of that stuff from the market. I've bought plenty of avocado. You can also slice some avocado on top of this. I actually eat my avocado sort of like a dessert in the evening. Okay, so now we'll move this bountiful plate, and I will grab, instead of a spoon, a fork, and take a taste of those wonderful beans so that you can get an idea. So, this is red beans and rice, pico-de-gallo, nice and hot from the Instant Pot, and that wonderful Roma tomato with a little bit of the onion and cilantro makes a nice seasoning over the beans. Now this is a saucer. I know it looks like I have a full plate, but a saucer, and I'll probably just taste this and put it in the microwave and finish it later because I had a plate already. But this is so good and has a nice sweet aftertaste from the pico de gallo on top of those red beans and rice, and it's very, very good for you. So bon appetit from Mexico. We'll talk to you later, Milers. Thanks for watching.